Today's snowboarding has evolved into a very technical sport, but is still easy to learn when taught with proper instruction.
Hi, I'm Jane Mauser. I'm a member of the PSIA National Snowboard Team. I'm here to help you learn how to snowboard. The best place to start a technical sport like snowboarding is in the shop where we can grab some equipment.
The first thing we need to learn is whether you stand on the board regular-footed or goofy-footed. Regular means the left foot is forward on the board, and goofy is with the right foot forward. These terms stem from surfing and do not necessarily have a direct correlation to your character. Everyone feels goofy the first time they set foot on a board.
The next thing we're going to do is buckle into our board, and then we're going to walk around in this area and get used to it. Buckle your front foot in first. Make sure your heel is all the way back in the binding and all snow is clear. Don't forget your leash. Learn to move around by skating in a flat area. Set your foot on the toe side of the board and push. Make the front foot heavy as it slides over the snow. Practice skating until it feels more comfortable. Try skating with your back foot pushing from the heel side of the board as well. The proper stance involves a comfortable one with the knees slightly flexed and the hands out for balance. And the head should look over the front shoulder in the direction the board is pointed. Explore the full range of bending and straightening to find a comfortable, athletic stance. Okay, let's try that aligned stance while we're in motion. We'll skate and set the foot in between the bindings and glide. Make sure you're in an aligned, comfortable stance each time you practice this. The next step is to find a hill with a natural runout. Start with the back foot on the stomp pad and let the board glide straight and flat until it comes to a natural stop. Now that we're starting to slide around a little bit more, you're probably wondering about falling. Never try and break your fall with your hands. If you're going to fall, follow your knees first on your toe side and make a fist in the snow. This can help protect the wrists and fingers. Get a feeling for the edges on the snowboard by setting your foot in between the bindings and rolling from edge to edge. Roll on the balls of your feet, feeling your heels come up, and roll on your heels, feeling your toes lift up. Try this a few times. Then we'll take this up the slope and try it in motion. Start again on that gradual slope, letting the board run straight and flat. This time we're going to roll on our heels and come to a stop. Let it run. When you feel comfortable, gradually roll on the heels and come to a stop. Practice this on your heel side and your toe side, each time making sure you have that aligned stance and rolling nicely to an edge to come to a stop. The next step is to do a skidded traverse, which will give us a feeling of moving across the hill and controlling our speed. To control that speed, we'll need to steer our feet a little bit, and then we'll be ready for the chairlift. This time, set the foot in between the binding and travel across the hill in a traverse. Feel the balls of your feet and bring it to a stop by steering the board. Try this traverse on your heel side as well. Steer the board to a stop Then buckle both feet in and try it on your toes and your heels, and you're ready for the chairlift. When loading the chairlift, look to the outside and have a seat. Make sure the board runs straight and flat as you take off, and lift the free foot up out of the way. Unload the chairlift with the back foot ready to go on the stomp pad. Stand up tall and on the front foot, letting the board glide and bring it to a stop.
The mountain is a public place for everybody to share. That's why we have a skier's responsibility code. Metal edges and retaining devices are required for all equipment. When strapping on your board, please be clear of the unloading zone. Also, when stopping, always stop on the edge of the trail. These things will ensure everyone has a good time.
Now that we're on the slope and we have both feet buckled in, we're going to try what I call a fall line side slip. We're going to stand up on our toe edge first and travel directly down the hill. We're trying to keep our board across the hill at all times. See if you can slide down the hill and then come to a stop by edging it a little bit more, and then let it slide. This gives you good speed control and good edge awareness. Try the fall line side slip from your heel side as well. But first, let's look at a trick to standing up from the heel edge. When getting up, push up off the snow with your front hand close to your body and reach with your back hand up in the direction you are to stand. As you practice these side slips, remember to stay on your uphill edge. Here, I think of rolling on my heels or lifting up my toes to slow down or come to a stop. Once you feel comfortable in the side slip on your toes and your heels, we're going to try guiding the board a little bit more. Push the front foot down the hill and see how it takes you across the hill forward. Then slide the back foot down the hill over the snow. See how it drops the tail down to take you backwards across the slope. Try this on your toe side and your heel side, experimenting with moving around. Again, as you push your front foot down the hill, it's going to take you forward and across the hill. And as you push your back foot down the hill, it'll drop the tail. Focus on the same movements to change direction on the toe side falling leaf. To take the board forward across the hill, simply slide the front foot down the hill. To move backwards, steer the back foot slightly down the hill. Now take the board forward in what we call a skidded traverse. Take it across the hill with the front of the board slightly down the hill so you can keep traveling across the hill. Work on your speed control. Try the skidded traverse on your toes and your heels. To slow it down, simply bring the board across the hill more. When traversing feels more controlled, you are ready to make the first turn by pushing the front foot down the hill and steering the feet through to a traverse in a new direction. Try a turn from each edge. Here I start linking the turns together with traverses in between. From a heel side traverse, as I drive the front foot down the hill, the board flattens. Then I steer the feet through to a traverse in the new direction as I roll on the toes. Again, drive the front foot down the hill and roll to the new edge as you steer it through the turn. Linking the turns together, get lots of practice and mileage at this stage. Keep working on a nice, smooth linking of the turns. Have fun!